Hey, it's Frano here. Hi, vibes. Um, yeah, I'm going to talk a bit about controlled individuals. Is kind of something that I it came up the other day, and I'd like to kind of improvise with this speech, this vlog here. I'm going to talk a little bit about different ways that we can fall into being controlled individuals. So yeah, first of all, I'm just gonna say it's a beautiful day here. We haven't had like too many really hot days this summer, so I'm getting that solar energy and I'm cleaning my skin. I'm cleaning my very being to be in the sun. It's beautiful. So um, yeah, all right. Let's go back to the subject. So being a controlled individual. I think I had this really great conversation yesterday where me and a couple of my cousins, we're all kind of like musical people, and we met. We actually were lucky to meet an elderly woman of about 81 years old. She was, and she shared with us all kinds of knowledge about um, how she went into academic music later on. Um, how she's actually an artist, an illustrator herself as well, and just how it was hard for some of the lecturers to accept her, being that she was of a certain age, that they're probably, maybe a little bit biased towards older people, even though they might have more knowledge than some of the lecturers about certain things. So obviously, yeah, that's just kind of the way sometimes institutions, academic institutions, and others can be. So that's kind of, that's not something I'm going to complain about. But yeah, it was just really eye-opening, interesting conversation that we learned. We got a lot of positivity from it. We all came out, me and my cousins, and I think the women as well. We all kind of left the conversation feeling like there's hope in the world, and there's good people and stuff. So just got my mum's boyfriend's just arrived, but I will continue. Hopefully he doesn't come out and spoil the video. If not, I can always cut this, so I'll continue for now. So there are many ways to be a less kind of controllable individual and kind of break out of the, like, fly over the pyramid and break out of the matrix a little bit. So one of these ways is to yeah, I'm great, thanks. Okay, so one of these ways is to actually get into a hobby where you spend a lot of time. For example, actually, my mom's boyfriend, he does like long walks. He doesn't particularly like meditate, and to be honest, I've been a bit slack with meditation lately because I've been caught up in other things. But I'm saying slack with meditation is sitting down and meditating, whereas if you get lost in playing an instrument or even going for a walk or like in a gym session, like martial arts, it allows you to be very focused. For example, I was doing some jiu-jitsu grappling on Friday, and because you're getting taught a technique and you have to practice it, your mind can't be elsewhere, which is obviously anyone that's achieved anything to a certain level in martial arts will tell you it's a great form of meditation as well. So, and mindfulness. But yeah, basically, what I'm trying to say is when you spend, isn't that a butterfly? When you spend a long time doing something, it's harder for the system to control you, because what these people that try and label people, I'll just call them labelers because they try and label all of us, so we'll just call them the labelers, which is ironic. But no, they like to cut people into increments. Like, they want people to watch a 20 or 30 minute show. Normally the shows are about 20 minutes with, like maybe 6 minutes of adverts. And I know the British adverts, they're a bit longer than some of the American adverts, which are very short, and they just find a way of getting in really quickly, I find it really insane, I must say. Oh yeah, check out these shorts as well. These were a gift. I get a lot of gifts. I've got some family in St. Louis, so St. Louis, so I might go there one day and visit. But yeah, basically, Yeah, so if you find something that you really enjoy that you can get lost in, and you find yourself mindful in, and a lot of people, they're lucky because they can do that in their daily jobs. But then there's a lot of people also that they're kind of they're stuck in set regiments, and like I remember Astro saying, people. Oh no, it wasn't Astro actually. It was someone else I listened to. Duncan Trussell has guests on. He's really good. Bit more on the psychedelic side, but definitely on the same kind of good path. So yeah, this guy was saying there's a lot of people, they work so hard and they're so used to being on time and being at set regiments that they find it difficult to just sit down for 15 minutes, even for 15 minutes, or like go into an isolation tank for 15 minutes because their mind just can't let go for a small amount of time. So yeah, 6 minutes in. That was a sync there, exactly 6 minutes. But no, yeah, I just think it's important to be able to let go and relax sometimes, because otherwise the mind and the memory like holds on to a lot of things that aren't useful for the moment now and the future, you could argue. So you need to kind of like, yeah, you need to learn to relax, you need to learn to just breathe and meditate, and once you allow that to be a regular practice, mindfulness and meditation, I guarantee that you will feel better. You'll waste less energy because your mind won't be looping on things that aren't helping you in this moment. You'll have more energy. You know what I mean? There's so many benefits. You'll have more space in the brain and in the memory to allow new things to enhance your life, and it's all about, I don't want to say waking up, but it's all about just pushing out all this stuff that's not serving you and serving what your purpose is, because life is about finding your purpose. I definitely believe that we all have like something in life, whether it's as simple as just working in retail or just being in the community. It gives us a sense of purpose, and people that have a sense of community tend to live a lot longer than people that don't. It's simple as that. So yeah, we're all just kind of a family, as I keep saying. But yeah, you got to find a way of breaking the mundanity and trying to like just be free for at least an hour a day. You should be free, because everyone has that amount of time, whether even the people working 9 till 6, 9 till 8, they'll still have an hour to, whether it be the lunch, you know what I mean, in this society, in this kind of culture here, the more you work, the more breaks you're entitled to. So there is a kind of like, there's a good opportunity there for you to even go to the gym or meditate or eat what you please. There's all kind of freedom, so I can't complain about the level of freedom in society. Obviously there's worse parts of the world we don't need to get into now, but yeah, basically that's all I want to say. I'll leave it now. So find ways of being free. Peace in and out, high vibrations. Thank you.